And now hold your horses, and this is the beauty about day trading. I think I used like $4,000. We made like 20 or 30%, and then I sold it, okay? Members of mine, they hold it until the end of the day and made like 100%, as you can see here in the screenshots. This option on the SPY, if hold until Friday to the highs, it would make 1,000% in one day. So first you know what? Happy Monday first, okay? So maybe you are watching this after a very exhausting work day, 9 to 5, right? We all know it, I've been there, okay? But if you're listening to this video, you might have the chance to consider extend day trading, which is my personal, let's say, lifeline to financial freedom for people that want to start trading and are totally beginners, never bought a stock or even never traded before. It's a step-by-step process. But in this video, we will talk specifically about last week and the huge brutal sell-off and what was causing it and why we see the bounce back yet. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the current situation, okay? The market is a bear market, okay? Whoever contradict that is just straight stupid, all right? I mean, since November, let's have a look into the S&P 500. We are in a bear market, okay? And last week was pretty brutal because we saw this sell-off actually going quite ridiculously since about the 21st of April, okay? 4,400 is about the highest trading range that I can imagine from the current market situations, and then you could see like 4,200 is like a stepping stone, and then we saw like 3,900 is the current bottom, okay? So here you can see it nicely. So 4,500 was like a top, then we crashed very hard. In just a matter of couple of days, we lost 14% in an index, in the biggest index in the world. This is just ridiculously, okay? And usually you will see then with this also the fear and greed index going rapidly down, as you can see here. And you can see also that, you know, a lot of retail sellers, they are texting me and are watching my videos and say, should I sell everything now and whatsoever? This is actually the times where it should bounce back. And we actually timed it quite nicely because last Thursday we initiated with very small money. I think I used like $4,000, which is, you know, a lot of money, but it's small money for the amount I'm trading. We made like 20 or 30%. And then I sold it, okay? Members of mine, they hold it until the end of the day and made like 100%, as you can see here in the screenshots. So actually, and now hold your horses, and this is the beauty about day trading. This option on the SPY, if hold until Friday to the highs, it would make 1,000% in one day. If you do these bets right, then you can offset many other option plays that maybe you lose everything. This happens, you know, that's part of the game. There's not one strategy out there where it's like no lost options, okay? So, but this is just showing you how crazy it is, okay? But this is the current market environment, okay? Let's talk about the next week. So I always, in terms of preparation, look on a Sunday like this into the calendar of next week, okay? Last week we had the CPI data, which was super important, and the market somehow rallied first, then sold off. And you know, what is important now is to see, okay, what can trigger the market, okay? Let's dive in. And you can see here, basically you can see also that I burned my face a little bit, but anyway, you can see here the economic calendar. You just Google it, economic calendar, and then Market Watch, for example, have here a nice calendar. Monday, you see there's basically barely any events, okay, on the 16th of May. Then we scroll down to Tuesday, and Tuesday is something that is very important. So here you can see that actually we will have on Tuesday, the 17th of May, the most important numbers from the US consumer. We have the retail sale of the last April. And usually this shows us how confident the US consumer is, and therefore also how the economy and economic growth, which is important for the companies and the earnings and so on and so forth, and maybe to see is there if in a recession coming or not, right? So this is very important. And there was also Jerome Powell speaking on Tuesday as well. So I think Tuesday could be a interesting day where there's a lot of trading opportunities. And then towards the end of the week, there's a little bit of housing data on Wednesday, right? Initial job claims on Thursday. Those are the two other kind of important or semi-important dates. But other than that, I think we should see like a push towards higher ground, in my personal opinion. So the strategy will be looking more into like ways upwards than downwards in this week, okay? So let me finally tell you, why from a technical standpoint. Now we talked about the macroeconomics. Now let's talk about the kind of other two things that I'm using with this strategy. One is the technicals, and second is the statistics as well. Okay, so let's dive into first some technical points, okay? And I make it this very simple because in my personal opinion, you don't need to be a super advanced technical trader. You just need to look for the right things. So you can see the S&P 500, and actually the S&P 500 moved or is in the move downwards, and you see always this up and downs. That's the total normal stock market. But as soon as it hits the lower end of the channel, the risk reward to bounce back is very, very high. In addition to that, let's talk about some statistics here as well. So here, for example, it's another very nice sentiment of the bullish, okay? Bullish sentiment over the last 15 years. And this is a kind of statistical form here. And as you can see here, we were never that bearish actually since 2015, and before that those levels were the financial crisis. So the inverse psychology is always buy when there's fear on the market and be fearful when there's greed on the market, okay? So now currently is actually a very good time to be very, or not very, but rather bullish than bearish. And this is, what you can then one-to-one translate into day trades that are super successful. Here, for example, is another stat, Nasdaq weekly losing streaks of 1% or more, okay? So this means like how many days in a row was the record for a Nasdaq always falling 1% or more, right? And as you can see here, we are at 6 days straight. This was the last time in 01 with 7 days straight, and 91 with 6 days straight. So you can see we are the very extreme here of the sell-off, okay? And finally, let me tell you why you should get in our X10 day trading group and what is the benefit for you. I know many of you guys are, long-term investors, and I am still a long-term investor. I have my long-term portfolio, but I turned again to day trading. I did it, many times in my past. I trade earnings with stocks, sometimes very successful, sometimes not so successful. But I saw like in the bull market to have a long-term portfolio is the great. In the bear market, things are changing. So you need to adapt yourself if you want, because you remember like during the bull market, everything what you bought in terms of growth stocks, Bitcoin, NFTs, everything went lunar. And you maybe didn't make it, right? So I believe that now you have the next opportunity that not people are seeing so much, that you can make so much money by day trading. And my X10 day trading is made for very simple. It's like the simplest way to start, okay? You are part of a community. You can copy and paste my trades. I will show you how to do it. I will tell you when I'm selling and buying, so you can decide for yourself if you're just copying it or not. Obviously, never financial advice, but you can, start immediately with just your phone, access to my X10 day trading, and basically do that with just a couple of minutes of your time per day. So you don't need even, I understand you have a day-to-day job and you want to make some money on the side to maybe put back to your Tesla and space long-term investments. And this is just what you can try. And, I want to reward people that get in now because, I want to raise the price so people, usually there's like prices, and there's like huge discount, Christmas discount, Easter discount, whatever, all of that. I feel this is just punishing all the other members that get in early and, got rewarded through having always the best price. So we are raising the price end of this month. There's a couple of seats left, so consider join. Link into the description, or DM me on Instagram, guys. Don't forget, I'm posting there a lot per day, so follow me there on Instagram, and I see you tomorrow.